Sorry about the delay. Couldn't join the lobby for some reason. I'm trying to possibly sort out a...
I don't know. I didn't invite you.
Trying to sort out a co-comms maybe. Bear with me a minute. Yeah, this bloody game wouldn't let me join the lobby for some unknown reason. That's why I was a little late. Just checking my Discord a minute to see if anybody was joining. 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so Muddy will be joining me as a co-commentator once he gets himself ready. I am Stars Orphan here tonight for Tier 5, the final race of the 2021 game. 6 days time now we'll have the new game. Hopefully you'll all come back for that. Right, I'm going to put it on the car right now. Let's go and see what everyone's doing. We got, let's see who's the first driver to be setting up. Probably Skull Sniper. Yep. Right, we're going bold with Skull Sniper. That's today. He missed last week. He's back today. Right, here we are. Full screen is still up. See him going on his lap. On the soft tyre. Up through the gears. Coming into the first turn one. Cranks it out wide and he's invalidated on the first corner. Oh well. We'll go on board with Lisa. No. Sorry. Aaron, he's next in line. He's still on a lap. Hasn't validated. Oh, let's see what kind of line he takes here. He's got very wide. Get a nice straightened up for the DRS zone and this long straight. Of course, that section there will be changing on the new game. We'll be having like more of a straight coming onto that turn. So hopefully that'll bring some more overtaking on this track down there. You hit the DRS zone. Coming into the braking, it's always tricky, yeah. This little chicane. Doesn't want to go hang it out too wide here and validate, but no, he keeps it in. Here's a bit where you just literally hang the car out, sort of let off the accelerator and drop it down. But at least, oh, we got a touch of oversteer, lost the rear end there, but still kept it going. Probably lost at least half a second there. So no, that you can improve on this lap. Up to the line, he's setting a 1:37.5. Mando, a 1:39. We've got the Alpino French there. Start to come across the line to set his. He's on an outlap. Liam Fisher goes second fastest, 2 tenths behind, along with Mr. Blue Sky and the other McLaren, 38 flat. Bookie of 38.5. Mantoba's gone quickest, half a second quicker. On board with Damo, who's driving in the Austin Martin here today for the first time as a driver. Oh, McLaren kind of put him off there. I felt that he didn't know what to do in that situation, but he's on the medium tyre, which I'm shocked at. On board it's Skull Sniper, he's coming up to the end of sector 3. He sets a 1:37.9, but that was on 2 lap old tyres, so he'll be a bit better. Kind of looks like the 37, so that needs to be at the moment. Keep your days. This is sector 1. Oh, and he's adjusting validated. One of the other new drivers are reserve. Okay, he's coming up to the end of sector 1. Here's Kane coming into the last sector here. If he's on a good lap or not. As Crunchy Bear goes quickest with a 36.6, 3 tenths faster than Espino. So Mr. Mikey goes a tenth slower than Crunchy Bear. As Kizza comes across the line, what's he going to set? 42.6, obviously he must have made mistakes somewhere there. He runs in the pit, DDF Days as he validated. Pfizer, the other driver who is a new driver making his debut here today. Let's see what kind of pace he has in this Williams. Coming up to the final corner. Doesn't want to invalidate on this inside curb. Oh, he invalidates the last corner and it would have been a 36.9. So that would have been 4th place. He'll be absolutely tamping. And he's lost it. There's no one there now coming across. He's got going again. He's definitely got some pace in that, Williams. What's Lisa doing at 32.6? There we are. Slight damage there maybe. Should be coming round. She's got into the pits. Kabuki. See if he'll be coming into the pits. That's pretty much the only driver we have on a lap is Damo, is it? He's still on a medium tyre. Quite shocked there. Alright, Muddy, just make sure you include your audio, mate.
Stream up to make sure they can.
Sorry?
I was going to say I'm going to get stream up so I can watch the chat and hopefully the messages in. So are we still in Q1?
Yeah, we're still in Q1. You sound quite quiet.
Okay, is that going to be an issue on stream as well, or is that just could it be the sounds you've got me on X on your party?
Well be.
Oh, it's Crunchy's retired and that's in the pit lane.
No,
Yeah, I'll maybe just speak a bit louder. Hopefully people in the chat
yeah, I did have
can hear me, let me know. Yeah.
I had Aaron in my party last night, so...
Yeah, I think we've both got very different commentary. I've got a different commentary style to Aaron. He's very bubbly and enthusiastic. I'm a lot more...
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more to the point, yeah.
at the moment we've got Egon, who's on a lap. It's in sector 2. He hasn't set a lap yet, so got to get going on this one because we've got 8 minutes left. But you know, you don't want to be leaving it too late.
Yeah, it's going to be how many lap minutes? You need about 5 minutes to be able to do outlap one time lap and the second lap in case you invalidate your first. So yeah, I've not got that long to hang around, especially the people who are already on track. I assume probably doing in laps are going to be cutting close by the time they get in, get a fresh set of tyres.
Yeah, he's definitely got the pace though. He's always consistently in the top 5 or top 10.
Yeah, I've been working on the podium statistics for this season, which should be coming out sometime next week. And I think he's had a good run of form. I think he won last week, didn't he? Or he's won recently, I remember.
Yeah. He's definitely a very quick driver.
That was very close. Yeah.
He joined mid-season, didn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely reserved at some point. I just can't remember when. We've had so many drivers in F5 this season. I think something like 40 drivers have scored points.
If he had started at the beginning of the season, where he would have been at the end with Mighty and Crunchy Bit, you know.
Yeah, I think there's a whole lot of drivers in here who have quicker, just for whatever reason haven't been able to make all the races. I know S06, he's been back in about 4 races since he's been back. I think he's scored like top 5 in like 3 of them. There's a lot of drivers in the tier who's, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make all the races and still have a strong pace. I think next season, with all these drivers in the same tier, apart from maybe Crunchy, who's probably definitely going to go up, it would definitely be an interesting season.
Skull Sniper has come out again, and he's a 10th up on his time in sector 2. So he's currently 9th, so 36.9. So what would you reckon F5 time would be to get through?
And obviously there's only 2 to go out, so I think Skull Sniper's on the borderline. I think Chosen Tolby's probably safe with a mid 37, but I think Skull Sniper downwards are probably all got to improve to not risk getting knocked out, because you know Mando's picked up podiums this season, Kabuki's quick, and there's a couple of new drivers as well who could show a hand of pace. So I think there's still a lot of time to be made up.
No disrespect to Damo and Lisa, but I think basically they're the bottom 2. So if you consider that, the top 15 will go through. But
it's close. Damo only has to find half a second to go ahead of Kismet and MUFC, so it's coming on his outlap.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and it could be those first runs they've made mistakes. Obviously, the track is going to get more wear, or not more wear, more tyre grip as the session goes on.
Kabuki's 8/10 up on his lap, so he's in the danger zone at the moment, but he is 3 seconds ahead of the next guy, so you never know, those guys may have made mistakes on their laps.
Yeah, 8/10 will put him into the, probably jumping above Skull Sniper into 37s, which is probably what he needs. Coming into the final corner. Is he going to make it? Yep, just about. Slots in just behind Chosen Tolby.
Sat there from Kabuki.
And who sat? Someone's just jumped up Vista.
Vista, yeah.
I'm sure that's how I'm pronouncing it.
He invalidated the last corner when, if he had got the lap, he would have had a 36.9. So he got a 36.7 now, so he improved. As we're looking at DTFJs now, who's on a lap.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's somebody to watch. I know he's definitely a lot quicker than a 41.4, so I missed what his middle sector split was. It didn't come up when I changed to him, so he could. He's still pushing, so he must be a good lap. Ooh, a little bit wide.
Yeah, it does look as though this is a very good lap, because he hit the 32 there, so that's going to be at least a 38 or something.
Yeah, good prediction, yeah.
38.3. So
Damo's currently 6/10 up, which would put him enough to go into P15. It's the apex of, there's too many turns. I was trying to remember the turn numbers, but there's too many around here for me to remember. getting the apex very hooked up. You have to be careful of the wall on the outside there. It could be very tricky in what I think somebody dubbed yesterday in comms Latifi corner. I think Cornish on comms yesterday or Brundle. You could see Brundle back, yeah. But either of them dubbed it Latifi corner and Demo across the line. Slots
Yes,
into
come on,
41-2.
Come on, Damo. That's the way to do it.
Kisma still in the piss. I can't see because of the yellow flag how long's left. It can't be that long to go.
No, it can't be. Is he going to get out in time?
Who's causing that yellow flag? It's Dace who's out of fuel, who's just driving around. Yeah, Lisa's got.
We pretty much need to watch Lisa now, who's on a lap. She is coming to the end of sector 2, I believe.
And Dace is out of fuel, so he's definitely not going to get in another lap time. He won't be able to get 2 minutes 20, so definitely not. By the time he gets it, now we've got a minute and a half to go.
Sure.
So Dace is not going to set a time.
His is coming out, so.
No, Dace, I think's out of.
Days, I think, is pretty much safe with that.
Kids are pushing hard on the exit, almost lost it coming through the right hand of the exit of pit lane. He's got 2 minutes to go, so he's got plenty of time. He's got about 30 seconds leeway. And then around here, I don't know whether you've done any practice yet because I did have a race. Is tyre temperatures an issue in qualifying? Do you get to sector 3 and have orange tyres?
Yeah, I have tested it before, and the medium tyre around this lap is not that bad in qualifying. Because it holds on at the very end of the lap, whereas the soft tyre does not. I mean, me and Timmer were testing at the beginning of the game, and we noticed it. The medium tyre seemed to hold on better throughout the lap, but if you really hook it up with the soft tyre, though, the soft tyre is better.
And I think that's one of the differences between sort of the top drivers and the top tiers and lower drivers tiers is those ones the top tiers very much know that and are able to look after their tyres on the outlap and not overheat them on the outlap, because you start your tyre is maybe on 90 degrees rather than 85 degrees. Like I said, that's a big difference by the time you get to sector 3. And watching Kisler is really pushing, yeah.
We'll go on board with Lisa because she is on a lap, and then we'll switch back to Kizza. These are the 2 guys we need to focus on at the moment. Mando, I believe, is on a lap as well, is he? Yes.
Yeah, I think he's safe. Because Days and Damo both won't be setting a lap time or improving a lap time.
We're on board with Lisa in the Mercedes. I think this is nearly her 6th or 7th race now.
I think USA might have been her first race, so it's good to see her getting a few more races under her belt for Mercedes, which is going to be vital in the overall constructors between Mercedes and AlphaTauri. Oh, a bit deep. She kept it on track though, which is good.
She's an improving driver. She's started off very new to the game, and she's just getting the practice in, trying to get quicker.
And I think that's what all we expect. So if you're a clean driver, as long as you're improving like someone like you, Stars, as we see Lisa go across the line. Oh, only a 10th off Kisma.
That was very good.
Unlucky, yeah, that was, yeah.
5.7 seconds faster.
And actually, Kisma 1.4 seconds up. He needs 1.4 seconds, and so if he can match his final sector, it's going to be a very close time battle coming through the hotel section.
Camber's obviously watching this in the pits right now. He made a bit of a mistake there.
Yeah. Always being in pits is always the worst position. I'd always prefer to be the one out on track trying to set the faster time.
What can he do? Can he get through to the final part? Quality 2.
I think he did. I think he got about 12th, it looked like.
Didn't quite see it.
No, he did. Yeah, it's either 12th or 13th, I think he got. So hopefully. Well. Yeah, shame for Damo.
Yeah. Do you want to go through the order there, Muddy?
Yep, so we have Aspino quickest from Crunchy and Fister, and at the bottom we have the 2 drivers going out, FFG Damo with a 41.2 and Lisa with a 42.7. Everyone getting through on softs. I think they're going to use Q2 to try and get through on mediums. I think there's such an advantage to start the race over the soft with the tyre heating that you need to make sure on mediums. with the difference maybe 6 or 7 tenths on the mediums, that could definitely be a risk trying to get through for the likes of maybe Egon, Aaron, Toby, who are just on the edges of the top 10.
Speed going quicker there at the very end. By 2 tenths over Crunchy Bear at the very end of the quality. We were focusing too much on the ones who were not getting through there, as you'd expect though.
I think when you're on a tier like this, the ones that there's a lot bigger fields, but it's sort of the opposite of F1 where the top drivers are so far away, we're not really going to be challenging for pole. Sort of the opposite where you can sort of be a lot more careful, like sort of Crunchy Bear, MT could probably take a few less risks in Q1.
Do we want to get someone in for an interview?
I will see whether I'll send them a message first rather than just dragging them in.
Demo in maybe? Or
On the fly, yeah.
They want to come in for an interview? I think Damo might, because I've spoken to him in a party before. Going board with Mando, who's out on the medium tyre. I think pretty much everyone will be. He was first out, so we'll follow him round. Start of Q2 now. There will be eliminations from this quality. They'll all be pushing very hard now. Some will be selecting their soft time possibly to get through. Others will be going for the safe bet of the medium tyre, which Matty was saying is the right tyre to be on at the start of the race. So
yeah, Lisa says she's happy to join for a quick interview, so I will send her an invite. Too many numbers at the end of the name makes it too difficult to find someone. So yeah, while waiting, we see both actually Kismet and Toby both on softs.
and the mighty. If you can include your audio. Have you done it? Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well, you unfortunately got knocked out there, Lisa.
Yeah.
That's you're very close to getting through. You improved your lap time by a massive 5.7 seconds. That was an amazing lap, and just unfortunately you didn't get through.
Yeah. I struggled so much on the medium tyres as well.
Yeah. So, what are your plans for the race? Are you going to start on the medium tyre, or are you going to start on the softs?
I think I'll start on mediums and then go to softs.
Okay. So, do you think you can get points here today?
Hopefully.
Well, like I say, you had a bit of a fight there with Damo for the final position there. Fortunately, you didn't manage to get through, as Damo has joined the party. Hello, Damo. If you want to ask Muddy, if you want to take it away.
Yep. So make sure you've included your audio. So yeah, unlucky to get knocked out. So what's your aim for the race? Where do you see it? What would you be happy with if we got you in an hour's time after the race?
P10, maybe probably P10.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Top
place to
10.
start. Yeah, I know there's
top
obviously
10.
quite a few DNFs around here, so it's always good if you can keep it clean. I think points for any driver in this tier would be available. So, have you got any strategy in mind, or are you going to keep your cards close
Just be
to the chest?
consistent, that's all you're going to do. Just be consistent.
Yeah.
Just consistency, that's all you're going to do.
Yeah. So So how would you rate Abu Dhabi in terms of your tracks, and which are favourite, which are less favourite? I don't know if that's the right phrase, but or which you prefer, how does it rate in terms of your?
An 8.
So yeah, thanks both for joining. Hopefully you'll get good results, and maybe even if you can get on the podium, we can get you back into an interview later.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining, and good luck in the race.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
There we are, that was FFG Damo and FFG Lisa, was it? Is it FFG?
Lisa won some numbers.
She was FFG Lisa before, I think, but it doesn't matter. Well, thank you very much for those two for joining on and their thoughts and strategies for the race. And we're currently on board with Mando, and he set a lap. Faisal is the fastest so far on 37 on the mediums. Slightly behind him is Crunchy Bear and Spino, so very close to the top three. We have guys who are in the pits who haven't set a lap yet. Is anyone going around again? No. Obviously the man Tobal and Blue Sky and Skull Sniper obviously set times that probably led the feeling of thinking that they may go onto the soft.
Yeah, but I think the time Chosen Toby's done might not be enough to be beaten on mediums. He's put in a 37.4, which he's going to have to put all the stops out to be able to beat that on mediums, I think. Not everyone else has done so far, yeah, but that's a quick time for Espino.
36.8 on a medium tyre. That's what I'm telling you about these medium tyres. They seem to hold up better around the whole of this lap.
And we've still got more. Actually, Aaron's doing a second lap, it looks like. He's still pushing. No, he's not actually. He just made it look like he was pushing. And actually, Topple's now on the lap. He'd obviously must have been related or spun, so didn't get a full lap time. He's currently 13 seconds up. Will he going to find more time in his final sector? Going through all over that orange curve, which you don't really want to be touching that much. Perfect to line through the final corner to go P5. Nice lap.
Well, Daze has come out now. He's on his out lap on the medium tyre.
Which it's very much. I think it seems like it's going to be his only chance unless he does one lap, comes back in, goes out again. It's going to be cutting it close to be able to get a second run in. What sort of position would you be if you were one of the drivers? Would you end up starting to have to consider going on softs? Do you think Egon, Topple are going to have to consider softs to be able to make it through, or do you think everyone's just going to sit down with what they've got and just hope they get through?
Well, me personally, because I haven't got the pace of the top guys, what I normally do is, which is a bit of a, I shouldn't really say, is I start on the softs because I know that I probably won't make the top 10. So I get as high as position I can, and then I get the choice of the tyre. So I really normally always aim for P11.
Yeah, sadly the next game it's not going to be an option. Sadly it's not going to be choice. But yeah, I do a similar thing because I know I'm not that quick in Division 1. I normally, or when I say not that quick, I mean comparatively to other Division 1 drivers, I normally stick on softs so that I can then stick in the DRS train of people on mediums for the first stint, and I can normally qualify 7th or 8th and use that to maybe make 1 or 2 places on the first stint. And use the DRS because I know some tracks, if I have no DRS, I'm a second slower than most of the other drivers, so you have to be within. That's really my only choice of a good result.
There are some strategies that you can pull off, though. I mean, on the softs when you start on, because there's normally a safety car. It gives you the option and it switches to the mediums. But if you start on the mediums, then the safety car comes out. You've got to go onto the hards or go on the mediums again. So tricky, but
yeah. One person I think will definitely be having to start on softs is Aaron. He's currently on his 4th lap on the mediums.
oof.
even under qualifying, where he's probably going to be on the mid-teens by the time he starts racing his tyres, which even starting on mediums, I would take softs over mediums, which are sort of 15%. And by the time he's going to be cutting it close. By the time he gets back in, it's only going to be about 4 minutes to go. So to refuel the car, get out, he's going to be pushing it. Maybe a one-lap shootout on the softs.
Yeah, he's definitely got the pace. Let's see, DTF Days, is he going to challenge the top 10? It looks that way. Oh, nope, not a very good time, Evan Days. 40. So he is definitely going to have to think about coming in. Unless that's what he's aiming for. Around about that position.
Yeah, I think at least he didn't really have a great sector one. I'm just seeing who else is really on a competitive lap. Aaron, obviously out of fuel. So he's obviously done his 4 laps and they're definitely out of fuel now. Getting out the way, it looks like, of the Red Bull. Yeah, Skull Snipers.
Come to the line, Skull Sniper. Yes.
That might be enough, possibly, depending on how many other people gamble on softs.
See, there's not much difference in those medium tyres and soft tyres.
And I've also realised MT the Mighty is still not to do a lap time. He's leaving it all to the last minute. He will have an opportunity to do 2 laps if he does invalidate his first, but very much, especially on... Why is it showing him on softs? He's on mediums on my screen, so I don't know why it's showing him as softs, at least on my end. But yeah, it's going to be... He's leaving it all to this lap on the mediums as he runs a bit wider turn 1, goes through turn 2, turn 3, tries to avoid the curb on the left hand side. I can spin him out, perfect line. Coming down into the chicane.
Stays improving. Let's have a look. This is going up to the line. Low on fuel.
6/10 up.
Oh, he lost it a bit there.
No. I think he knew he wasn't going to be safe. He was 6/10 up.
Yeah.
He really, to be safe, needed a second and a half. So unless he'd made a mistake on his first lap, he has to get in. Oh, and it's going to be close. Even a quick pit stop into the garage, back out, it's about a minute. It's going to leave him about 20 seconds leeway to do an outlap in time. So he's going to be one to watch. So we know he can be quick, getting a podium earlier this season in Singapore.
He came close almost in another race as well. I believe USA.
Yeah, and I believe last race, or 1 or 2 races ago, he was running near top 5 and sadly got involved in an incident. Maybe it was Saudi Arabia, or whichever race was before that. He showed strong pace towards the end of the season, as we see MT the Mighty coming through the final sector.
Faster as the season's gone on.
Yeah, and Vista on the soft. See, I thought he was safe. He was about P3 or P4, I believe, before that lap. So he obviously wants to put in a different strategy.
Yeah.
Now he's being sensible. Yeah, not wasting any tyre wear on his in lap. Something I think that can obviously
definitely challenge. Yeah.
P3 jump.
Fastest on the mediums.
Which I believe, definitely safe, As Chosen Tolby has decided to retire in the pit lane, the 34-7. With more and more drivers, everyone outside the top 10 who's out on track are all on softs.
Yeah.
And so is Crunchy. I know I've just been letting Crunchy know he'll at least go out on track in case people improve and back off if he doesn't. That's his Crunchy's plan. I don't know if he should be telling everyone.
First sector did get compromised a little bit there through traffic. One hit the guy in front's fault, really.
Blue Sky went P7.
Nice lap there from Blue Sky. But we've got Liam here, who's in P13 at the moment.
And he's shown the pace that he finished on the podium in his first race last week because he runs a bit wide, gets on the curb. Yeah.
That's losing a lot of time. Got enough time to get around and do another lap? That's the question. A minute to go. Got a bit of yellow flag coming up now, but I think that's possibly someone moving out of the way. Up green now. So let's get through. He's going to need a 36.5 to get through. Sorry, 37.5.
it's going to be
Almost invalidated there.
time for another lap if he doesn't make it. Obviously,
That's gonna
or
get
6th. I think that will be enough, yeah. Who knows, on the out lap, Kabuki will make in time. Aaron's going through the final corner. Days is going to be close.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. Yeah,
I think Days is... I'm keeping an eye on Days. Is he going to make the line in time?
Mando does not get through, but he did make it across the line.
Yeah, they both did both on. Yeah, so that.
Mando's lost
Mando. Days, where's Days?
That's it for Mando.
Oh no, he's coming right ahead of Days. Hopefully he gets out of the way.
Kabuki's a 10th down on his time.
He doesn't need to improve at the moment though. He's got Skull Sniper behind him who's done his lap. You know, Mando's not improving.
He does need to improve because he's got Aaron. And
yeah,
Days.
Aaron's 2 times up. I didn't
Aaron
see
and
Days.
With Kabuki, he is still 10th down on his time.
And one thing we've missed in this melee is Crunchy's time on softs.
Aaron, he's going to sector 2. What is he going to set?
Oh, 4 tenths.
What does
Is
he
that
need?
enough? He needs sort of 6 tenths, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can make that happen in the final sector. He's gone wide. Lose him a bit of time there.
Days 1.2 seconds up, but he needs 2.5 seconds. So unless he had damage, it's going to be tough for Days. Aaron all over the curb, losing the back end.
Yeah, it's a bit of a messy 3rd sector for Aaron.
I wonder whether it's the tyre temps, as we've mentioned all qualifying. They're the one main factor around this track.
Oh, he's got very wide there.
Takes the line, and he makes it.
How the hell did that
By a
make it?
10th of a second. What? Somehow, but is Days going to improve? No, shame for Days.
Days did improve, and so did Kabuki, massively.
And on the tactical pole position, chosen Tolby, he'll get 3 tyre choice along with Skull Sniper Days, Mando, and Kizar.
Well, let's get Kazal in as a new driver, and we'll have who else is there? T50, Skull Sniper, or well, I chose him. You can choose one.
Yeah, I'll take. Let's bring Days in. It looks like Kizar's Irish, Days is American, so hopefully we'll get some good variety of accents in with your Welsh and my English. We'll get almost a full set.
Yeah. Well, there we are. Fister was the fastest there, by a 10th from Crunchy Bear, and then you have the medium runners there, of Aspino, Mighty, and Egon. So they're definitely going to be the ones to watch at the start.
I've sent both. Yep, Days says he will be happy to join us. Hopefully, probably should have prepared and added a lot of these as friends. Otherwise, no, in fact, I don't know if you're watching, but no, Days has been knocked out. He's not got back to me yet. Hopefully, we'll get one later. He's asking in the chat why Days being interviewed.
It's just the thing that we do sometimes.
So, yep, make sure to include your audio. You probably know this already, but yeah, make sure to include your audio.
Of course.
So yeah, unlucky there to be knocked out, but do you see advantage from starting outside top 10 and maybe getting a choice of tyres at a track which is quite notorious for tyre wear?
Well, to start off, I don't feel unlucky. I kind of expected to be where I'm at. I don't have a setup for this track. I didn't really do any practice for this track. This is the only track I haven't done any practice for. Because once we got the Constructors title, I was like, alright, you know what? this last race. I can just take it easy. I don't need to worry about points or anything. As for the tire strategy, honestly, I don't know. I might start on hards just to see how they work. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll figure it out when I get there.
Yeah, I don't think many tried it yesterday in F2, but I think definitely it's always worth the risk. So, at the end of the race, what position would you take? If I gave you the option now and gave you a position, what would you be happy with?
P10, honestly.
Seems like a lot of people want P10. I think you're the third person who said in the interview P10. So,
as long as I get points, as long as I
yeah.
get points, I'll be happy. If I don't, as long as either points or at least finish the race. I don't have much expectations for this track. It's one of my weaker tracks in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, tips fellow Alpine would be just be careful in turn 3. I think that's obviously the toughest corner for DNFs here.
Definitely.
You're definitely the most improved driver that we've had in F5 this year. Because when I first started, you were at the back with me. And then you have improved vastly. So, you've got your first podium as well. Snatched it off me, I believe. Yeah, good luck for the race, man. And we hope you do well.
That's man.
Yeah, bring back the
I'll
points
have
for
fun
Alpine.
watching the race.
Yeah, hopefully F5 will run season out in style as they normally do.
Sorry?
I say hopefully F5 round this season out for their season out as they normally do.
Yeah. But,
All I'm doing now is just waiting for the new game to come out.
6 days.
Yeah. Is it even 6 days? Wow, yeah. Countdown's getting close. I think after today's comms I will probably uninstall the game. I've got no plans. Unless I get drawn, actually, probably have to wait until I get drawn for comms.
Alright, boys, we'll take care. Have fun watching, and good luck in your own individual races if you haven't already done them.
Thank you. Enjoy. And
hopefully
we'll get to speak to you later.
Hopefully I get one on Thursday.
Alright, peace.
Yeah, see you later, man. That was DTF Days there. Our fellow co-coms. Normally a Wednesday or a Thursday.
So hopefully you'll get his American tones later in the week. So yeah, so Fister obviously didn't even have enough fuel for a second lap. He's already back in as a spinner does 36.4. Wow.
We're on board with Blue Sky at the moment. He's coming into the final part of the lap. Pushing very hard. Let's see what he can do. It's looking a very good lap from Blue Sky. 37.3. Not bad there.
I'll do a quick check to see what
Liam's in
time.
the wall.
Ooh.
5 grip penalty collision with Aaron.
Aaron looks like possibly as Aaron spun or Topple, and Topple's then collected him as he's gone past. Wait, Topple's in the pit lane.
It was,
Did say Topple, didn't it?
No, Liam.
No, Aaron with Topple's got penalty.
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps I just saw Liam spinning and I assumed it was
Yeah.
to do with him.
No, yeah, it says Aaron, which said that Aaron was coming through the hotel section, half spun, and Topple was in the pit lane. Unless that's a delayed message from the game.
Because it came up on Blue Sky's screen saying Aaron, but does it come up on everyone's screen?
It came on my screen, yeah, that's an odd
Yeah, I think just he
situation, but yeah, it's a shame. If Aaron qualifies, obviously, 6 or below, he'll be out of the top 10 and still have to start on his Q2 tyres. I'm just having a look at yesterday's. I know F2's not that comparable, but they were doing 51s. So I think, low 30. I don't 51s. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That low 35s. I think anyone in this tier can get into the 35s. They'll be battling for pole, which obviously Mighty has already. Surprisingly, Crunchy hasn't. Is he on the Scott set? Maybe
validates his lap.
he's done lucky not to get any damage from any collisions he had with Tobble, so to do another lap up the spin.
Liam?
It's Liam Fisher's. Oh, Latifi corner. Yeah, hopefully if we get the view on riding aboard with Aaron. Car's still there.
Whoa! Aaron's hit him. Oh
Aaron's,
no.
Yeah. Is Aaron DNF'd?
No, he's going.
Okay, he's fine, yeah. That's... Aaron's taking it right the second time he's had an incident today. Hopefully he doesn't give him another penalty.
Oh no!
Oh,
Crashed into the
and then... Oh, please now don't give Mighty a penalty for parking in a dangerous position.
He's
Yeah.
stuck on reverse. And,
No,
oh, it's blocking the pit again. The same thing happened to them in the last race. Not again.
At least Mighty, I know the game can be quite painful sometimes if you block pit entry or pit exit, so luckily Mighty didn't get disqualified there. And he keeps his provisional pole position. As you see, anyone out on track at the moment, Aspino's gone very early to do, I assume, it's his second run. He won't have time for 3, so he's obviously wanted to get a time in early and attempt to get left run vote position locked in. So he's definitely, he's on fresh tyres. He's got to aim for almost 0.2 improvement to knock Mighty off of pole. And what we are seeing today is actually going to be a good day for Alfa Romeo for states like this. Currently P2 and P3. We're battling the over constructors. They're currently battling with both Alpine and Ferrari for the lucrative P6 spot in the overall constructors. So almost best of the rest, seeing how much the other top 5 teams have run away.
2 seconds, I'll be back now.
Yeah, sure, yeah, I'll keep them entertained. So yeah, I'm not too sure what you're going to see, but yeah, so actually fits on the lap, currently on 58.5 first sector, so middle sector. It's showing us purple. I think the car turned in nicely for what's now not a corner anymore on the new game. The last race he'll be using their set of corners, going for the long triple right-hander, slowing down in the hotel section, getting it nicely turned in. Oh, a little bit wide. Probably didn't want to be all over those curbs. Keep it nicely, don't avoid the orange curb on exit. But yeah, perfectly lined up. It's the apex across the line. And P2, ooh, half a tenth off MT the Mighty. Is he going to have time for one more lap? He looks like he's backed off, but he's got the fuel. He should be able to continue going round and maybe get a second run. And who else? Who's next? Espino, currently 3 milliseconds down on his Q1, on his sector 1 time. Breaking down into the chicane, getting a stop nicely, hits the first apex. It's the second apex, can he get the power nicely? Oh, a small bit of wheel has been changed up into 4th. Opens DRS down the second DRS straight. Up into 8th gear, hitting 193 miles an hour. Before slamming on the brakes into the left, and into another left. Yellow flag in sector 2. I'm not too sure, it looks like just a slow car. Sheen's left the session, so I will get him back in. And Espino came across the line to, again, another driver in the 36.2s. It's really hotting up at the top there. And Sheen, luckily, he's joined back. Start of the race. We should hopefully have 18 for the start of the race with Plexity joining as well in the Ferrari. Who's looking good? Crunchy Bear, I think he's the one to watch here. He's currently 4 tenths down in pole position. This Kabuki's currently 3 tenths off in sector 2 time. Crunchy getting down turned into, let's compare his top end speed compared to Espino. Espino hit a 193. Crunchy has managed to get up to a 86, 187, 189. Managed to hit 195, so he's got slightly less wing than Espino, about 2 miles an hour, and with overtaking as he invalidates, that might be him. He should have enough time to get round again, save up the ERS, and he should be able to go again. It's going to be close for Crunchy in terms of time limit. Fister looks like he's backed off the lap. He's done here. Espino's come around his triple right hand again. Guessing he turned in. And both apex he's got Fister ahead. Or is Fister going to make the line? Should do actually. And Espino comes across the line. Is he going to improve? Is he going to take pole position? Yes, he does at 58. Wow, 35.8. Almost 4/10 up on MT the Mighty and Fister. Speaking of MT the Mighty, he's also 2/10 up, so he could be also another one to slot into the 35s. Getting a little wide. You sort of want to avoid that curb. Curb's going to really hurt your traction on the exit. So if you're spending too long on them, and especially at slow speed, it can really hurt the power and the ability to pull off the corner. As MT coming through the final corner does a just over 10th off pole position. It's currently Espino's the taking. Fister's 3/10 down in sector 1. Crunchy's a 10th down in sector 1. Kabuki's going to be the next one across the line. Sheen's left the session again. Kabuki now didn't improve, but only improved to P7. I think Crunchy's invalidated as well. I think it looks like as Blue Sky goes to P4 in the McLaren, knocks Crunchy down to the 3rd row of the grid. So that's going to be tough for the champion even to get a good result from this now. Maybe having to do something different on strategy. Crunchy, or are you not the best idea to be doing in the final corner? Espino, anyone really going to be setting lap time here? It doesn't look like it. Fister's a fraction up, only a couple of hundredths, improved slightly, but enough to stay in P3. That looks like that's everyone. And so I'll run us through the grid when it comes up. Espino on pole position, followed by MT the Mighty P2. Fister, Blue Sky, Egon, Crunchy, Liam Fisher, Kabuki, Toby, and Aaron. And remember, Aaron, I think, still will have a 5-place grid penalty, so that's going to put him P15 on the grid, if that's still applied. How you managed to get into I can see you're in the stream already before I'm even in the on the grid, so I will have a look at the grid. Yeah, sadly Aaron had his 5-place grid penalty, so he will start P15 and on the softs. I think he's then stuck into those softs. So far only 4 drivers on the mediums, Espino and Mighty on the front row, as well as Egon on P5 and Tobble in P9. As someone has readied up. Why have they done that? Hopefully everyone's got their setup done in time. Sadly looks like it's Aaron who accidentally pressed ready up, which is a shame. Hopefully everyone's got their setup in tyres as expected, which is going to be difficult for those who maybe are going to be on the soft at the start. So I'll run you through the grid. I don't think, hopefully you'll get a good as you see, Skull Sniper and Tobble have made contact on the formation lap. So start from the back. Plixty, who didn't manage to join during qualifying, will start P18 on the mediums, followed by Lisa in P17 on the softs, FFG Damo on the hards in P16, Aaron P15 on the softs after taking the 5 place penalties. Those are even scrubbed softs, having done probably 1 or 2 laps in Q2. Kismar MUFC 11 on the mediums in P14, XDG Mando 1992 on the softs, DFT Days P12 on the mediums, El Plan, P11, can't show him at the moment, he's currently on the grid, Skull Sniper, the Haas on the softs, Chosen Tolby through Aaron's penalty manages to start in the top 10 on the mediums. So does a man Tobble, who qualified on the mediums but managed to only start P9. And then we have Kabuki P8 in the Alpha Tauri, Liam Fisher in the McLaren P7, Crunchy Bear in the other Alpine in P6, and then Egon P5 on the mediums, Mr. Blue Sky T on the softs in P4, Vista in his first race in the softs, and on the softs in the Williams, and then top 2 Empty and Mighty on the mediums, and Espino on the mediums. So as we come around to the grid, please put in the stream anybody's predictions. I've not been really looking at it, so hopefully you've been putting some predictions in there. And I'm going to put a prediction on, I'm not going to, hopefully not jinx him, but Days, I think I'm going to put him on the top 6 finish in the Alpine. I think he's shown strong pace. I think he maybe was underplaying his hand during that interview, so hopefully we'll see a good result from him. Hopefully you're going to have a good view while it starts off with the weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. I can't see the lights, so lights out, and away we go. Espino gets a really poor start. Both Vista and Empty and Mighty are going to go around him. It's going to be 3 on to turn 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars are off, and both of the front 2 are at the back of the grid. As we have Vista leading, Espino has a 5-second penalty. That's a shame. I don't really like it when a game gives you 5-second penalties for collisions like that. Best to just leave it to our own stewards. But yeah, it looks like we've got Egon and Vista battling for the lead with already sort of built the second half. The 2 McLarens, Blue Sky T, has had a good start, and actually Aaron making up for those 5 place grid penalties, already up 10, up to P5 on the grid. Somehow he's made those positions. That'll be definitely something. Hopefully he's recorded. Same with Plixty, make up a position to go to P10 as we see a fight between Skull Sniper and Plixty for the final points position. Skull Sniper takes P10 in the Haas, and yeah, sadly I put a jinx on Days. He's dropped 3 places. He's only ahead of Lisa and the 2 drivers who spine, so that wasn't the best prediction. As you see a change for the lead, Egon and Vista battling. I think, did Vista maybe make a mistake there? As you see Skull Sniper making another place for P9, he's now up 2 places from where he started. Got a couple 8 attempts to the next car of Chosen Tolby. He's making use of those softs he started on to make up those early positions. As you see, Egon's going to have to make use of these mediums now. He's in the lead, but we know how quick Vistas could be and how much quicker those softs are over the first 2 or 3 laps. After that, they then start to fall off, so he's got to at least keep within DRS. But 2 front 2 have pulled away from the 2 McLarens, which is going to be a good day for them and constructors and the overall constructors. As you see, Crunchy Bear actually must have lost a position at the start to be down to P7, now back up to P6. He's now got to chase after Aaron, who's 1.5 seconds up the road. And Chosen Tolby, is he possibly having a look for the move? No, I think he's just sitting back there in case Kabuki makes a mistake, sitting behind. And with Skull Sniper again making another move on the man Tobble. Skull Sniper using this slipstream of the Tolby. They're going to be 3 wide, are they? no slipstream for Tolby, but slipstream for the two behind. As they're going 3 wide into the corner, and yes, Tolby also is behind. Mando's making a look on Complexity, or big dive from Mando. As the 3 ahead, the Aston Martin and Hassan the Red Bull going side by side, now in the line. They all get different amounts of slipstream, and Sniper still has the advantage of the soft tyres. He can use that to break down the chicane quick enough. No, Tolby makes a dive bomb, or a nice clean move, not a dive bomb. Sniper keeps his nose to the inside. Yeah, not the best place to go too wide. Luckily, does have a half slide, but keeps it on the black stuff, staying in 10th position. As Tolby now's got 1.7 seconds up to the next car. Lead, we've now got a 3/10 to get 4/10 gap for the battle for the lead. I think Fister's plan is now, if he can stick with DRS for the first sector, get a detection point coming into the hairpin, and use the 2 consecutive DRS straight to try and make a move, and then possibly pull a gap. As we see Fister is the one who set the fastest lap. But the 2 McLarens behind aren't dropping back. They only seem to have lost maybe a 10th and a half on that lap compared to the 2 ahead. So if these 2 ahead battle, that could make it a 4-way lead, 5-way lead with Aaron also there. Aaron's also got a 3-second penalty, I believe. A shame, first driver to have got that in the race. After such a good start, it could compromise him with the likes of Crunchy, who knows quick. Now possibly chasing him. As you see one of the McLarens 1 wide coming through the chicane. Mister coming through. Up to the final court for the first chicane. Making a move, driving to the left hand side on the soft tyres. And yep, he's got it, but Egon's going to hold him on the outside. Egon now, is he letting pass strategically to get into the DRS for the second straight. Detection points after the chicane, so whoever's coming out of the chicane second will be the one who's DRS, but he's too far back, he's 5/10, he's over. Not got the best exit, or his medium tyres aren't got the advantage, but he's getting him right. He's got a lot of slipstream using all the DRS. Is he going to make a move? No, he decides to very last second. He's about 2 car lengths behind. Wasn't really worth moving. You see Liam Fisher take the lead of the 2 McLarens to take P3. Both on the softs, and also got Aaron also sticking there behind. Slight mistake for Blue Sky coming through the chicane. He's dropped a second behind. Maybe did he make contact? I'm not too sure, but he's lost 1.3. Actually, he's got a lot of understeer, it looks like, so maybe there's been some slight contact between the McLarens, and Blue Sky has got damage. We see Aaron now still sitting there, and actually Crunchy's not really gaining. Crunchy also looks like he's struggling. Either understeers, we have yellow flags. The man Tobble has spun at what's been double T corner. Good vision to be able to just sit there and not make any contact with any of the cars coming past. As so suddenly make a mistake or just take a straight line to the final corner. I think it's just a strange line. As again we see the battle for the lead. Another yellow flag. Looks like Double on the hot tyres after spinning once and spun again. Egon just 4/10 as Kazar MUFC gets a 3-second penalties first of the race. Egon got a lot better exit. Fister ran a bit wide coming down. First DRS straight. Tucks into this slipstream. Pulls out. Yeah, he's got it, yeah, but what can Fister do? Fister will have the advantage of the soft tyres coming out the exit. He gets a slightly tighter line, Egon does. I think Fister, if he gets a slipstream, could get a good run. Yep, he looks like the ERS is fairly even. I decided to go around the outside. It's not the best opportunity, but yeah, he gets it done fairly early on. Egon playing a sensible game, not really fighting it. They know if they can just not battle too much, they can put a lead to the 2 behind and sort of just pull away, keep themselves in a comfortable distance in case of any issues later in the race. As we then have next battle, as Liam Fisher, we've seen P3, has dropped back slightly as well. He was about a second and a half ahead of his teammate. He's dropped back into DRS of his teammate and lost time to the front 2 as Aaron picked up his second penalty. That's now 6 seconds, which would, if the penalty was applied now, put him down to behind Kabuki in P9. So with safety cars being so highly likely around here, any penalties can be a big issue. I think it looks like Fister's still being able to hold on to his soft tyres. We were seeing yesterday drivers were struggling to sort of hit lap 10, especially on the heavy fuel, so when you sort of get into this territory you're starting to get to the point, especially after doing qualifying on them, that you're going to have done a lot of laps, a lot of distance, a lot of heat cycles through the tyres, and that could be damaging. I think Egon just managed to nab DRS. Let's take a ride on board while see if he can keep it. Yes, he has kept it within DRS. Keep him down the straight. And then Liam Fisher coming up the inside, getting the move done. Is he going to get it stuck? He's got the DRS. He's going to get the move. He's got 1% EOS, and Liam Fisher's out of EOS, going down into the straight. Bit of contact. Crunchy keep it side by side. And yes, he gets it done. As you see, yeah, Crunchy then just gets it back, but again, it's costing them time. The gap to the lead's now 8.3 seconds. And it's going to be affecting Crunchy Bear's ability to make any ultimate strategy work. I think now, this late in the race, he's going to have to go for the one stop. He's probably going to have to make another 1 or 2 laps on these tyres though. And then where does he fall out? With the likes of Fister, who's making advantage of time, but he's still stuck behind Blue Sky T. Fister 6 left behind Blue Sky, 2 lap fresh mediums, whereas Blue Sky's on 9 lap fresh old softs. There's yellow flag in sector 1. Looks like Kismer's spun in the pit lane. It's a shame he's been locked up coming down on slightly cold tyres, which He's going to make his go to a whole lap now with no front wing. It'll be a challenge. Going to probably put him a lap down. As I'm not too sure, and he's just retired from the session on track. So that's a shame to see that happen when he's. Hopefully his AI car doesn't cause any issues. But yeah, it's that part of the exit of turn 3. Yeah, if we cut back to the lead, actually Skull Sniper's now caught into this battle for P2. As you see, oh, that's a shame, yeah, there's contact there between the McLaren and the Alpine, which then leads to Skull Sniper making contact. Coming through, and hopefully neither of them got damaged, but it's definitely again lost them more time there now, about 14 seconds off the lead, which I think Crunchy's going to have to, actually all those top drivers who are still on softs, Liam, Skull Sniper, Crunchy, Blue Sky, they're all going to be struggling on those tyres, they're going to be screaming out for help. And Aaron, he's out of the race, but hopefully there's going to be more ability here. Crunchy, I think he must have front damage. He can barely get into those corners, which is a shame. He's going to allow the likes of Joseph and Toby, who's behind the mediums, to easily get past his Liam Fisher. Must be diving into pit lane, yeah, but I think it must be a pit window. All of them, apart from Skull Sniper, is he? I was wondering whether he had a teammate that had a double stack. Actually, Liam Fisher to the hards. He's definitely getting to the end of the lows then. I'm not. If they've done 10 laps on soft or 11 laps even on softs, I would assume 17 on mediums would be fairly doable. Maybe he's not got any mediums left, but doesn't feel comfortable on those mediums. As you see, Liam Fisher comes out just behind the man Tobble, who's on those old mediums on the alternate strategy. It's going to be the next move on the track. It's going to be if Liam Fisher can get past the Red Bull of man Tobble. And in the DRS, is he going to line this up for a move now? On the outside, a fairly easy move, I think. The man Tobble didn't really want to fight that too much. He knew where his position is on track in terms of his strategy. We know how quick Liam Fisher is. He's now got to have Crunchy Bear and Blue Sky Kabuki, who Kabuki's had to cut the chicane. I assume there must have been some contact. As Damo's retired, whereas he retired at the turn I said to avoid, and it's a full safety car. Somebody who's just locked in there, Skull Sniper. Perfect timing, he's coming up the pit entry now. I think he's going to come out ahead of Days, possibly. The people this hurts are the medium runners. Softs will not go to the end from here. They have a choice: stay out, do another 5 or 6 laps, pit for softs and drop to the back. Or pit now, pit for hards, and hopefully those hards have the pace advantage compared to the mediums. If I was those leaders on the mediums, I would pit for hards. I know there's a chance of another safety car, but if there's not, you'll just drop into the back for no reason. As we see Plixty on mid hards. Where's the safety car? Yeah, Egon didn't catch the safety car, so here's another lap, a minute and a half, just to think about this opportunity. Which strategy does he go with? Actually, it's really those top 4 who haven't pitted. There's people this does save is Empty the Mighty and Espina, who had to pit on lap bomb because of contact at turn 1. And now getting a free stop, bringing them back in the pack. As we know here, anything's possible. There's still 15 drivers left, so 3 out at the halfway point. Could definitely be another 3 out in the second half. Could be a matter of finishing the race, you get points, which is all that really matters. Most of the tracks this season, if you can finish, really we're not getting more than 12 or 13 finishes, so a finish could almost give you a strong chance of points. Has Lisa gone a lap down? That might be an issue. I don't think she has. But if she doesn't pit and Egon does, she should hopefully get that lap back. So what's Egon's plan? Watching the leader coming through. final corner, he decides to pit. What does Fister do? I think Fister has to do the same, but because he's done soft, he doesn't pit. Fister had the option to come and do mediums to the end, which if possible. He stays out. I know he does. I was watching Lisa's car. Yeah, so he pits Egon softs. That's a very risky strategy. We saw yesterday people pitting on lap 17, just about taking the softs to the end. Egon pitting at the end of lap 13. Realistically, for Egon to get his tyres to the end, he's got to have to look for another safety car to look after his tyres, or many laps behind the safety car. As you see, Fister takes a more conservative approach and pits onto the hards. But I think those two, Egon especially, and Chosen Tolby, who's going to come out in P6, are the ones taking the risk. As I was going to say, Mantobel, but he's done the classic double stop, pit once to the softs, pit second time back onto the mediums. He probably is pretty cost him a few positions, but he's probably realised the next second stop is better than spending the race on the hards. Hards around here, especially in the last sector, don't really hold up very well. The traction losses are quite sizable on the hards compared to the softs and mediums, so probably the second stop's advantage. So actually, the only one who's now out of position and not pitted yet is DTF1 Days. Realistically, he's going to have to hope for safety car in the next 5 laps. Anything other than that, any earlier, if he pits, he'll got drops at the back anyway. Any safety car more than 5 laps, he'll probably have to do a green flag pit and drop to the back. So realistically, he's in no man's land here. So sadly for Days, I think one of those unlucky situations where he didn't really have any good options. It was a bad option A or bad option B, and hopefully he can play out for Alpine, but it's going to be a risk. As we now see, yep, it's going to be another lap behind safety car. They might allow which could be another 1 or 2 Days. Yep, actually, I think that's a sensible idea from Days there. Pitting.
I just realised my mic's on mute.
Have you been on mute the whole time as well? How long have you been commentating for?
I don't know.
I think I did the first 10 laps with my mic on mute as well. So sorry to anyone who's watching, you watched the first 10 laps. Just the images, but yeah, I don't know how much you've managed to catch of this, but it was a fairly clean race. And I said they were having a clean race, and about 2 or 3 drivers DNF straight away.
I wondered why you were over talking me, and
sorry, I don't know how long you've been doing that for. Yeah.
I don't know if I've been on mute for the whole race or not.
No, I've not heard you at all. I thought you were still away for the whole race. So we were supposed to be on mute for
it's a disaster. My bloody headset has got a mute setting.
Yeah, I think I did take a drink before the race started. I forgot to take it off. So
Yeah.
probably you've missed both of us, talking. I thought I was doing really good comments by myself. I thought I'd by myself as well. So
I'm
we're
sure
obviously
I
both
heard
thinking.
myself at the beginning of the race on the thing. So maybe
No, I heard you taking the phone call. I think you'd obviously muted yourself, and then but rather than turn yourself on, you turned yourself off.
Yeah. Was I on earlier?
No, I've not heard you at all throughout the race.
You should have said.
But I assumed you were still on the call, so
No, I mean from the beginning part of the race, like quality and all that.
Oh no, I heard you for quali, yeah.
Yeah.
It's when you took the phone call for the start of just before the race that I didn't hear you since then. Yeah, so at least we're back at sort of square one now.
Yeah, so I was wondering why you were over talking wherever I was talking, and I was like, does he know I'm talking? I thought, yeah. Oh well, we're back on now for the last half of the race. stupid headset. I'm gonna have to make sure that I never press mute. I'll blame the person that phoned me earlier.
Perfectly exciting race, which is good. I was wondering why you were able to change the. I was watching the stream and it was actually changing screens. So I assumed you were able to watch the stream but not speak.
No, I was speaking earlier, so
Oh,
literally, I just didn't realise until I looked at the top screen where I've got party chat where it shows people talking, and I noticed that you were coming up and I wasn't coming up. RSF1. So I only twigged it then, and then I kind of thought to myself, why is he over talking when I talk? I say something and you'd be like talking at the same time. I'd be like, am I interrupting him?
Yeah, no, my throat's gone quite dry speaking 14 laps straight, thinking I was by myself.
Honest to God, I would have been I was talking, but then it was like, I was thinking,
I think.
is he doing this on purpose? Over talking me?
No, so I think so we've gone through 10 laps with none of us speaking, and then 5 laps of just
right.
Yes.
Well, hopefully we'll improve this next season.
Yeah.
I do apologise, but
yeah, hopefully, we've still got an entertaining race, and luckily at least you get the pictures.
I'm blaming the chat that no one actually mentioned it in the chat.
No, I only because I was doing. I spotted. I think Mega did. He put great commentary. I can hear you loud and clear, which I think probably was sarcastic.
All right.
Thinking about it now, yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be safe to come on this lap. At least it's caught up to the back of the pack.
Right.
And I'll let you take the restart. I'll let you while I get my voice back.
Well, we've got Egon with no helmet on. That is a bit unsafe. Let's go.
Sometimes that happens if he's not in the lobby.
I think he's like that every race.
Oh, okay.
You must have selected the option. There must be an option where you can select no helmet. But Egon will be leading us away as he's led for most of this race. He's on a soft tyre. Yeah, I don't know if we can get to the end on that. It's going to be a very long push for, what is it? 12 laps.
Yeah, I don't know whether you were hearing me, but yeah, I was saying I don't think the softs can make it from here.
Yeah, I did hear you earlier on. You over-talked me, so I shut up. I was like, here we go, he's gone early. So, he's going for the move. He's got away very nicely there from the Williams of Vista. And Liam's making a move on Kabuki into turn 1. He's going on the inside, Kabuki's giving him space on the inside. Kabuki can't, almost contact there. But managed to hold it. Nice move there from Liam. So he's obviously, after he got crashed under the safety car.
Oh, Daisy's out. Is he gonna? Oh. Just mate, yeah. He tried around the outside of turn 4. I think he just ran out of room. He tried to then join back, or not join back on. He was sort of half on track, half off track, and there was just no room. He made slight contact with the rear wing as Days. Yeah, I really disagree with these 10-second penalties the game gives. They're not really great at all. Gives us a nice slide, but yeah, shame for Days.
Mando got the move done there on Espino. Espino's coming back at him. A little bit of a train, yeah, between Kabuki and Tobal. Obviously, Liam is right behind his teammate now. He's hopefully there's no team orders. And look who's come back into this race now, Mr. Mighty, who's right at the back of the field.
Yeah, he has.
He's on a medium tyre to the end, which will go to the end.
And one team is safety cars really effective with a yellow flag.
There's a big contact.
Oh no!
Shows that Toby's gone round and he's kind of in the middle of the track and he's taken Plixie with him.
Oh, is this? Yeah, it's all a bit chaotic. That's a shame.
It's unfortunate there. He caught a few drivers with his spin, but unfortunate. No one DNF'd.
As somebody's coming in, I assume Topple was involved in that. I think he was around that position on the track. Yeah, I was saying it's not been a good safety car period for the McLarens. They were running P3, P4 earlier, now down to P6, P7 after those safety cars. Actually, yeah, that battle of Mighty, the McLarens, and where Toby was has meant a big gap for the top 4 pulled away of almost 5 seconds.
Vista on the hard tyre. He's not dropping back from Egon.
Yeah, I think Egon's having to put. I think Egon's realised he's not getting his tyres to the end, has to push. He's got to do another stop. As you see, Skull going for a move, yes he is.
Go.
Oh,
I don't know, can he stretch him? Is he going to try and stretch him? 10 laps, 13 laps on a soft tyre. So, can it be done?
honestly, if I was a betting man, I would say no. If it was me, I definitely wouldn't have tried it. I'm just having a look to see how long a pit stop is around here. A pit stop is about 20 seconds. So that's the gap Egon needs to make if he wants to have a free stop here. And because of the collisions, 20 seconds would only put him P10 at the moment. He's actually always battling behind him, just giving him more and more gap.
Skull's got past Vista.
As Espino has left, I will get Espino back in.
So Skull is struggling now on the medium, on the hard tyre. As Skull Sniper's up to P2 now, and he's got away now from Vista. Now Crunchy Bear is right at the back of him. I think he's made a bad call on those hard tyres, Vista. So whether the strategy kind of affected him really, because he started on the mediums maybe.
Oh, it's Mando out.
Gone.
I think that's in the pit lane.
Coming up to it, the man Tobo. So if there is a crash,
Yeah, it looks like
he'll have to.
he's had to. Yeah, maybe he's had to retire for some reason. That's a shame. He was running in the points. Yeah, it goes about 9th. And means we've now lost the timings as well.
Yeah.
Always had the spinner. A spinner looked like as soon as he'd got back into the lobby, had a spin at the hairpin.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Which is a shame, yeah.
It's been a pretty disappointing race for him. Considering he started on pole, he dropped back down the field, and now he is pretty much just hoping for points now, really. He's kind of on the tyre.
At least you know he's going to go to the end. Actually, Lisa's definitely not. She's done 9 laps on those softs. She's obviously hoping for an alternate strategy. It'll probably be pitting soon, actually.
Come on, Lisa, you can get a point here today. Your first points in RSF1, come on.
Well, we're looking at the field spread. She's probably only going to drop. There's only 14 left. Days, who's in last, is a long way back. So I think she'll stay in probably P12 or P13 when she pits. And a few DNFs. We've seen it's been 4 already. There's still 9 laps to go.
Yeah, she didn't pit, did she? Or he, I'm not entirely sure.
There's
through people through there.
yeah, maybe she's realised the tyres can't battle. She's got those tyres have reached the point.
Yeah, perhaps.
Which I think is sensible. If you know you're not going to battle, or you know you've not got this advantage, better to use it as a learning experience than cause a collision, I think.
Yeah. One day she's going to get up to pace. Not on this game, because we're ending this game. At this stage.
Is it me or has the gap at the front got less? A 39.6 for Egon last lap, and a 40.4 for P2. So actually Egon pulled out about 6/10 last lap. Which realistically isn't what he needs if he's going to get those tyres to the end. Well, if he wants to do
Egon now, right? He's probably thinking in his head now, I'm going to just try and take it easy on these tyres, not try and push them too hard, and then try and get them to the end. That would be my view on it. But it's like I say, because he's got open track ahead of him, he's not going to have any dirty air or anything like that. So, you know, I think he could do it, honestly. I know tyres do drop off quite dramatically on this, because I've had it in the past myself.
got like a penalty, that could definitely throw it up. And does Vista just get one, or has he been on one the whole race? Yeah, both Skull Sniper and Vista. So actually, Crunchy Bear, if Egon has to pick, Crunchy Bear is currently in a net P1 realistically. So if that's going to be a big issue for Skull and Fister, especially we know how quick Crunchy is behind.
Well, this is the final race of Tier 5 2021 game in RSF1. We're going on to the new game in 6 days' time. Obviously, we will not start the season for a good while. Probably, I don't know, maybe you're more up on it than I am.
Yes, absolutely. Go up.
Full
Probably see
contact between
Crunchy
William.
going around the outside. Yeah. Yes, if you want to join Science, we'll probably go up about a week to 10 days after the new game comes out. So if you want to join the legal Discord, the link is in the @our Racing Series F1 Twitter page, or you could DM any of the drivers on the race or any of the races. They'll probably get you in contact with an admin or somebody. Yeah, so there's plenty of ways on our website, on our Discord. We apparently have a TikTok. I'm not sure how that really works, but all the social medias are on that.
Contact me, Maddie, anyone? Yep, if you want to join, you're more than welcome. And if you're a clean driver, that's what we want. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of good guys that run the league. So yeah, come and join us.
As you see, Crunchy, Skull's not didn't get the best exit onto the main straight, so Crunchy's got within a few tenths. I think realistically, it is the best opportunity to get past and probably pull down Egon. I think the pace Egon's doing, he's realised he's going to have to get to the tyres to the end, so he's looking after them now. I think he spent the first 2 or 3 laps pushing as hard as he could, but yeah.
Mighty is coming up to this group now on 8 lap
And who's also not got any pens. Mighty, I think Mighty could be at the podium here.
Could be on for more.
As with the yellow flag.
Kabuki's gone.
Kabuki.
He's gone. He's DNF'd. There we are.
Are we going to see a safety car?
That's on the
No, we're not.
core. No safety car yet. Still yellow flags, double. As Chosen Toby's coming up.
Yeah.
He's just lost it at the end of the pit lane.
And that's like to free somebody else's spun. Lisa's. No, not Lisa. Days has made contact with the second to last corner. Looks like he spun. At least it's the perfect timing for a spin to get back in the pit lane. As a safety car, actually. It's a safety car.
Safety car.
If you were in Egon's position, what would you do? If he was to pit now, I think he would come out in P5.
This is the situation that Hamilton was in at the final race, right?
Yeah. If I
would
was Egon, I would pit.
You either do or you don't kind of situation, really, innit? He's got to pit.
Yeah, he knows those tyres aren't going to the end. If they are, he's going to be
Not
risking
pitting.
a puncher or very slow.
He's not pitting.
And everyone else is behind, so as well as not pitting, he's going to have 8 lap older tyres.
Yeah. That is going to be so hard to keep the lead.
It's Liam Fisher, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, no.
That's a shame. Oh, and there's Crunchy, jump Skull Sniper in the pit lane.
Double stacked with the McLarens. That's unfortunate. Didn't lose him too much time there, but it's just the way it was because he was so close to his teammate. But virtually everyone has pitted right behind Egon. Our drivers here, Chosen Toby, he will obviously pit. They're a little bit further behind. You got Plexi. He'll probably come in for a fresh set of softs, and so too will Lisa. She's on 12 lap old softs, so that'd be a perfect opportunity for her. And DTF Days has just pitted, so he'll come out maybe ahead of Lisu. Don't know, 36 seconds, so I can't see that happening, but he'll be right at the back of this field with 13 drivers still left in it, and we've got 6 laps to go.
One thing you have to be careful of, safety car this late, is it might not necessarily be out for that long, so those drivers at the back who are more than a minute off the lead might not be able to catch up the pack, especially Days, who's only just coming to the final corner now. He's going to get a move on to catch back of the pack.
I think they should make it because it's going to go around for another mile.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I think it's normally when it's sort of like 3 or 4 laps to go a safety car that late. I remember Austria. That being such a short track as well. Maybe 2 seasons ago, I decided to pit for a safety car, and then because it was such alpha, only like a lap and a half, I didn't catch it back up. So then it meant it was sort of a waste of me. I think I lost any positions. I was all near the back or near the back. It just meant I couldn't utilise those fresh tyres. So I'm always wary for pitting for a late safety car.
I really do feel for Egon here. Always decided to pit. You've seen it.
Actually, I think he'll come out 7th or 8th, give or take around the man topple.
I
So
think he kind of realised that he's not going to win if he stays out on those tyres.
yeah, because realistically he's going to be a second and a half slower than everyone else if he'd stayed out. 5-4 racing laps, he would have dropped to the back like a stone.
He has got the advantage that the guys further down were so far behind. So he is going to be at the back of this the main group, so to say, but he is going to be on 1 lap fresher tyres. So.
Yeah, 8th isn't too bad, especially when 4 drivers ahead have penalties. If he can maybe make 1 or 2 positions, get past Todd, get past Blue Sky, I still think possible P4s in the works here for Egon. He's shown how quick he is all day. So it's not like he's lacking pace.
If Mighty could get past Feister and Skull Sniper fairly sharp, then we've got a fight for the win yesterday between Crunchy Bear and Mr. Mighty. And who would have thought that for Mighty at the beginning of the race after he dropped down?
Yeah, it definitely would be a recovery, especially given penalties is in the P2 at the moment.
And I
As Days
absolutely
pits again.
love it if Mighty won today.
He's
I
gone
know
for the
it.
whole season being championship contender and only not even won yet, so he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I would love it. Honestly, if he wins today, it would top off the season in F5, I think.
Yeah, for sure. We've had so many different winners this season, another one definitely would help. And I think he's been so close so many times this season that
Yeah,
he definitely deserves it.
guys who got moved up and who won ahead of him, where he would have won had he not those guys not been in this division. So he's due a win, and it looked as though he had a chance today at the beginning of the race. An unfortunate coming together between him and Espino on turn 2, and yeah, it's unfortunate. But he's back in contention now with probably.
And that's why we always say, yeah, I think because Days pitted again onto mediums, which was odd. But yeah, that's why we always say don't retire in the pit lane, especially in the first half of the race. You never know what can happen. You never know what could get you back into the pack, unless you're really a lap down and you know even if a safety car, you're not going to get that lap back. If you're on the lead lap, you might as well stick out there. And actually, even if you're not on the lead lap, Lisa was lapped earlier, but now she's back in just 2 positions off the points.
Look at that. Days has decided to go onto the medium tire.
Yeah, he pitted the lap before, which I thought was odd. He was on the softs, and I thought maybe he had an issue. I think somebody had it yesterday where they got put on a scrubbed set of softs. Maybe he put on a scrubbed set, knew he couldn't make it, so wanted to go for the hard mediums. But he's also got a 10-second penalty for when he spun off. I wonder whether he tried to get that removed, and obviously don't know why the game doesn't let you, as we missed the Blue Sky, and the man top making a collision gives the man top with a 5-second penalty.
Without getting removed.
Yeah,
This game needs to improve on that.
I think it has a bit. They put a patch in it about a couple of months back, but it's still not perfect. I remember back when you had this like the smallest tap, both drivers got a penalty.
Yeah.
It's a lot less now, but yeah, it's still not perfect. There's still a lot of instances. Realistically, unless there's damage being happening, there shouldn't be penalties behind the safety car.
No. You shouldn't be making contact though, really. With the driver anyway, but
Yeah. So we say safety car in.
yeah, safety car in this lap, so we will have
3-lap shootout.
3-lap shootout. So, can Mr. Mighty get his first win? Can the new driver, Mr. get his first win in RSF1? A Skull Sniper one?
I don't believe so. I think he's only picked up a podium or two this season.
So, it is all on the cards here. Blue Sky.
Yeah, I think only.
Get a podium, his first podium. At least
I
score
think
some points.
only Crunchy and Eagle are the only ones in the top 8 who have won the season off the top of my head.
Right, we're on board with Crunchy Bear. We've got 3 laps to go of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
I'll stay on board with Mighty.
Switch to the broadcast. And he's gone here. Nope, he hasn't gone. I thought he went in. Is he going to go now? Yes, he goes now. So he's away. 2 guys behind him are on penalties, so Skull Sniper is he going to have a look on the inside? No, he doesn't. He gets over thanks Slapper there, but he's still right on the back of Crunchy Bear. Crunchy Bear has not warmed his tyres up very well.
Eagle has spun, drops the back. A shame for him. I was just checking penalties. Mighty's on 2 warnings, Crunchy on 0.
Egon. He's dominated this race pretty much, and then he's going to end up now without no points. So Skull Sniper is still in contention, but Mr. Mighty is still in contention. 3 laps to go. Come on, Mr. Mighty. He's not closing too much on the top 3. If he is,
No, he's a couple of car lengths behind. Yeah.
Seems to be struggling on the restart.
Crunchy has pulled his second now, so there'll be 1 lap of DRS and Skull Sniper as Crunchy wants deep. I was gonna say Skull Sniper won't have it, but he's back within DRS. Bit of a corner cut. That might be a warning for Crunchy there. It's first of the race.
Vista, can he get a podium? He's got a 3-second penalty, so he will drop down. Mikey will snatch the podium. Crunchy Bear sets the fastest lap of the race.
And we know how much of a wise head Mighty has. I think Mighty's realised he's going to have to make. If Mighty wants to win, he's got to overtake 3 cars, and he's going to then risk. He knows he's guaranteed second place if he stays here, like it is. So maybe just sit there and take the second place. Like you said, the battle for the 3rd place is kind of between Vista and Skull Sniper, with everyone behind also penalties.
Vista is getting a nice exit there. Tried to set it up for the exit, but using all of his ERS. So is Skull Sniper, but Skull Sniper is covering the inside line nicely there.
Liam Fisher behind, trying to make a move. He made a move into hairpin, but didn't get stuck. He's trying to get into the chicane, side by side, both burning at ERS. It was a bit of a squeeze from Fisher, but leaves nothing for Tobble on the inside line. Right, Fisher gets it stick, does he? Tobble goes out on the outside, it's going to be contact. Keeps it clean by through, or a bit of a slide for Tobble, but yeah, keeps it clean. Piece 5 for Tobble.
Nice. Back now, about 1.2 seconds behind. So I can't see the win coming now for Mikey. Looks like
shame.
Win.
Chosen Toby's spun.
Oh no.
And I think he's stuck on the grass now. And it's unfortunate. Watch on the grass. Your tyres are too hot. He can't get off.
We've got DRS enabled now. So we see some final moves now. Skull Sniper's kind of dropped back from Crunchy Bear. He's under so much pressure now from Vista. Vista knows that if he's going to get on the podium today, he has to get past Skull Sniper.
Oh, this is somebody spun. Tobble. He's gonna have. I assume he'll have to go to the end of the race now. Oh no! He came back on, and Egon made. Oh, what's going on here? Seems like a Ferrari and Alfa Romeo having a baby.
Yeah.
They were riding on top of each other.
Yeah, it was,
I-
at least it's
I
got
know- I
the
know-
perfect eye view there. But switch
Yeah.
back to the leader. Tobal has left the session, unfortunate for him at DNF. But Vista is still in contention here with the final few corners, but I don't think he's going to be able to get past Skull Sniper now because we're into sector 3. He's gone wide, deep there, so it's basically over for Vista now for the podium because Mikey's right behind him and he's on no penalties. So, yep, it looks as though it's going to be a Skull Sniper and Mr. Mikey who will be on the podium for the final race of the season. We go on board with Crunchy Bear, champion of Tier 5. He goes a little bit wide there, he comes across the line and he wins Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Skull Sniper will get third and Mighty will get second. And Vista will come home in fourth place. Nice position there. Spino will finish fifth after an early spin. Mr. Blue Sky will get sixth. Leon Fisher will end up seventh. DJ Days will get eighth. Dixie ninth. Egon will get 10th. And Lisa will get 11th.
Good race in the end to end out the season, I would say.
Yeah. Entertaining race.
At least for the bit we were able to commentate on.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I've sent invites to the 3 drivers, so hopefully we'll get them all in. So how should we run through the results first, and then we'll take the interviews.
Yeah. Just watching the podium celebrations. There we are. There we are. The full classification of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Mr. Crunchy Bear wins the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi. Coming home in second place is Mr. Mighty, who does not get his first win of the season, unfortunate for him. Skull Sniper comes home in third place. Devotee of Vista gets fifth. Spino fifth. Mr. Blue Sky sixth. Liam Fisher seventh. Plixie eighth. Detective Days ninth. Egon will get the final points playing position. Then we have Lisa, PLM, the Mantobo, Chosen Toby, Kabuki, and Mando, Damo, Giza, and Aaron make up the final positions. And we have all 3 in, I believe. Yep, Skull Sniper, Muddy, Crunchy Bear. We'll go with Skull Sniper first. Congratulations today on the podium. Bit of an unexpected one in the end, but you got there in the end. Unfortunately, got dropped down through penalties to P3. But how do you think your race and quality went today?
Quality not too good.
Oh, by the way,
I haven't got the single lap. I haven't got the single lap pace around the track. But race, yeah, pretty decent race. I was hoping to get 3 seconds on Mighty so I could finish P2, but the last lap I just lost it on the last couple of corners with the grip going. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a decent race. Bit shocking with the 3 second penalty, but it's only the one.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think the season's been all in all?
To say I didn't start till late, I don't think I've done too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a pretty good season for yourself. You've challenged for the top positions most races.
Yeah.
You looking forward to the new game now?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, we've got 6 days to go. What do you think your pace will be on the new game? Do you think? Any predictions?
I'm hoping same. If I'm same, then obviously I can work on that. If I'm slower, it's probably going to dishearten me, but it's just something to look at when we go. It's all the new setups and everything that's going to do me.
Yeah. Oh well, we hope to see you on the new game here in RSF1 next season. maybe in Tier 5, maybe in Tier 4. You never know.
Yes.
Well, congratulations today, and we'll see you when the new games.
Thank you.
When the new season starts. All right, on to you, matey.
Yep, so
Hello.
yeah. So yeah, Mighty, yeah, obviously you've had a very consistent season. A lot of podiums sadly couldn't end your season on a win, but to be when you were near the back of lap 1, how would you round out that race?
Oh, mate, the race was painful. Everything went wrong at the start, which I knew it would. I hate the first 4 corners off the line. It's something always happens. But to go from P2 all the way to the back and then back to P2 by the end, I can't really complain. I think it was a massive recovery drive. The safety cars obviously really helped. But I just couldn't get past, sadly, couldn't get past Skull Sniper and the other guy in front of me to try and hunt down Crunchy Bear for a win. Little part of me was hoping that he'd stop on the line. But I think it went really well.
And P2 in the Drivers' Championship, P3 in the Constructors, how do you round out your season as a whole?
I've just gutted that I haven't got a win. Other than that, I'm really happy with P2 in the and the drivers. It was a massive step up from last season. But I really struggled with the new game. I really struggled when it first came out. I couldn't get to grips with it at all when I was so slow.
Fingers crossed next season on the new game you'll get your first win. Definitely
Yeah, I hope so. Fingers crossed.
No, he won't.
Oh, that's that you.
Well, you won't be in his tier, so. Yeah.
Well, they will, because they're both going up, aren't they?
Yeah, Crunchy go up a lot more than 1 tier. So yeah, you can interview Crunchy then.
Well, congratulations on yet another win this season. Another boring win from you again. No,
I found it highly dramatic.
Congratulations. You came out nowhere really to win it because you didn't qualify as well as you would normally.
Yeah, I bottled my second stint in Q3.
Yeah, so, but you came through all the carnage and sort of the safety cars kind of benefited you really. How do you think the race went and your quality for yourself?
I mean, my quality was poor. That's kind of obvious with the fact that I started 6th. My race started almost incredibly as bad as Mighty's because I got caught up in his incident, but somehow I didn't get damage, even though I hit both cars. And then, yeah, I was just trying to keep my softs going for as long as possible. They were falling off massively. Had a little incident with someone who I can't remember. I think it was Liam. Shut the door on me in one of the chicanes, had a little spin, and then, yeah, just had to work my way back. Me and Skull basically fought our way through the pack.
Yeah, you want to thank me for that one as well, Crunchy, because I actually made you go back straight.
Mate, how we didn't get damage from those incidents, I'll never know.
Yeah, because I think Skull almost tapped your rear, I think.
Skull T-boned me, like after I had span. Like I was sideways on the track and he hit me in the side. I have no idea how either of us managed to get out of that unscathed.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that on the stream. Yeah. Coming at the end of the second straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did notice one bit where he kind of tapped your rear at the beginning of it. And
yeah, he's an interesting guy to race next to.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you looking forward to the new game?
Yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully, I can keep my pace, which everyone is saying. So
it's going to be one of those things where no one knows until we actually all play it.
I might just sandbag to be in Mighty's tier again, just to make sure he doesn't get more wins or any wins.
Like you did this season.
I've never sandbagged once.
I wouldn't recommend.
We all heard it here.
I'm the one who
We all
does
heard
it.
it
Yeah,
here.
I'm the one who
Yeah.
sorts his tears out.
Yeah.
That explains why it's been so poor.
Yeah. Anyway,
Off to tier 2 for you next season then.
yeah, tier 1.
No, I don't want him in my tier. I want him as far away from me as
I'll
possible.
take you out, lad. I mean, no, I'll drive fairly.
Well, anyway, we'll hopefully see you for the new game when we all start. Probably beginning of August sometime, after we tested it all and done it all the online stuff and whatever. And yeah, well, anyway, it's been a good season for F5. All in all, Crunchy Bear the winner, Mr. Mighty in second place in the championship. The Alpines won the championship, I believe, in the constructors. So yeah, I've enjoyed
Only Alpines to do any good.
I've raced in it and commentated it, so yeah, it's been a very good season in F5. I think it's been one of the strongest tiers for attendance and for entertainment. So, you know, well done for them. And hopefully we'll all be back in Tier 5 next season, fighting again. Hopefully some drivers that have left will come back. And we're going to have a good season again on a new game. So I'm going to end tonight's stream. Thank you very much for Muddy for joining me tonight. Anything you want to add there, Muddy?
No worries, yeah, just make sure tomorrow to tune in, same time, same place, 8 PM for the Tier 3 race. Look at the numbers already, we've got at least 17 tickets, so should hopefully by the time we get to tomorrow, full grid to round out the season.
Yeah, hopefully I get to race tomorrow. Well, anyway, good night everyone, and adios.